As you can see right here now, and the bedding appears to be fine this morning. So we got done with the pigs, we grind all of our own feed for our pigs and our cattle. So, like he said, wouldn't it be nice if we had an auger and a feeder on the back of the bed? Alright, good morning everybody. I believe it is January 13th of 2024. I'm Keenan Clybaker. I am the 6th generation farmer on my family farm. I'm a 14-year-old, so I'm a freshman in high school. And we are starting this YouTube channel just to, one, connect consumers with real agriculture, as well as in my Future Farmers of America, FFA, at school, I was wanting to enhance my supervised agricultural experience in something other than just the crops and the cattle on our farm. So that's the main two reasons for starting this channel. I hope you guys follow along as we do the regular daily chores in the winter here on our farm in this video. So I hope you enjoy it and watch another video. Thank you. So I'm standing here now in front of one of our 3 pig barns. These pigs are getting really close to market weight. In fact, we've already shipped out around half of them, or maybe a little better. So every morning as we come in the pig barns, it's normally the first thing that we do. We come in and we have to check the feeder levels, make sure everyone's healthy, and clean out the waterers there. So it's pretty simple. We race for a company out of Iowa. We contract them, so we buy them, we get them whenever they're about 15 or 20 pounds, and then we feed them out until they're slaughter weight. So like I said, we've already shipped out several semi-loads of pigs, and we'll be shipping out one next Monday, so stay tuned for that. As you can see right here, the feeder levels are good. We will just have to clean out the waterers now, and the bedding appears to be fine this morning, so it'll be a fairly easy morning as far as chores, which thank goodness, because it's 11 degrees, which is fairly cold for down here in southwest Missouri. So we're at our first group of cows now for the morning. Grandpa went ahead and fed hay, and along with the hay we've been feeding a little bit of grain that just supplements them and keeps them healthier, as well as whenever we're ready to get them up, they know what that grain's like and they just come going crazy over it. Well, we brought these little barns down here to keep the little calves warm and healthy in the winter, as well as a bit of a wind block. Dad's just running over there. I'm gonna try to be quiet so we don't scare all the calves out, but we want to make sure also, even though everyone's in there and should be healthy, we just want to make sure they are, and if we need to help them out with anything, we can keep them from getting sick and treat their sickness. So there Grandpa is. He just fed a bale of hay in that hay ring there. You can see all the cows up there eating grain, having a good old jolly time. I don't know what you guys think, but that's an awful strange looking calf out there by the barn. Wonder who his mama is. So for those of you who didn't grow up on a farm or don't live on a farm anymore, in this part of Missouri, I would say probably 50% of the way cattle get their water is out of a pond still. And so of course in the winter it freezes over, just like you would imagine. And I would say there's only probably 3/4 of an inch on the pond this morning, so it won't be real hard to chop. But we need to get that chopped to make sure that one, the cattle can get water, and secondly, so the calves who don't weigh a whole lot don't get out there and then the ice breaks through. We want to keep everyone as safe as possible. Generally, you can chop out a really nice square and then just push it under the ice. It doesn't look like it's quite thick enough this morning to get it perfect, but if it gets a little bit colder, I bet it will be. Every morning doing chores, we want to make a loop around the whole field, make sure there's no sick cattle who are hiding or anything. Like I said, we just want to keep everyone healthy. So we got the ice chopped, we got hay fed, we checked the barns with the calves, and we fed grain. So we're about done with this field here, and we just have one field of cattle left. Alright, so we got done with the pigs, got done with the first group of cows, and now all we got left is our last group of cows. So we're gonna go ahead and bucket up the next batch of feed. We grind all of our own feed for our pigs and our cattle. So
did you mean auger? We put that auger on.
Yeah, like he said, wouldn't it be nice if we had an auger and a feeder on the back of the bed? But we're gonna fill all the buckets up and go feed the last group of cattle. Alright, I think you guys get the point. Fill the buckets, put them in the bed, fill another bucket, put it in the bed. This group gets 8 buckets. We're up here in the second field of cattle, and we fenced about half of it off with a hot wire and went ahead and planted some wheat just to have something a little bit different, because we didn't quite have enough cows to keep the whole field full, so we wanted to be as efficient as possible as far as growing forage. These cows are an older group of cows, and you can see whenever they hear the pickup, they know what feed is. So we're just gonna feed this group. Grandpa's on the other side of that tree line feeding hay. We'll have to check the pond again, and then other than that, we'll be done for the morning. Alright, I got you guys stuck down in my coveralls right now, but we're just gonna go ahead and feed grain. Dad's in the pickup pulling forward, so I don't have to walk as far. But you can see they're already up here to get started eating their grain. Like I said with the last group, we're feeding them grain for a big reason is they're younger cows. They haven't been around our place as long, so they're not quite as used to grain for whenever we're getting them up. But these ones clearly know what grain is. But we got some older cows we're about ready to sell up here. So these coal cows, that's what you call an older cow who isn't as productive as she once was. These coal cows, we want to get them good and full of feed and high marbling before we sell them, so they're as high quality meat as possible for the buyers at the stockyards. Alright, 1 bucket left for me, and then we'll just run around the pasture like the last group and check the barn. We have another one of those little barns up here for the calves, and other than that, we'll be done. there's any calves, we want to make sure and check them and make sure that they're all healthy and not sick. We had the hay rings up here about a week ago before it started getting real cold. So where there's still a little bit of hay left, that can provide a really nice spot for the calves and cows to lay down in and stay warm. Whenever we move the calf huts around up here for the calves, we want to put the hay feeders down by the calf huts so that the cows and calves can be as close to each other as possible. There across kind of the terrace, you can see our calf hut for up here, and as well as the two hay rings that we have back here for them. Have you ever played chicken with a tractor? Looks like we lost.
So these older born fall calves, these calves are born like in September, October. Big concern with this weather change for them would be pneumonia versus that other group, the smaller calves, or scours.
Can you tell us what pneumonia and scours are?
Scours generally present like in the coli scour, so like diarrhea for humans, and then pneumonia is the same thing as pneumonia in humans. Lungs filled with fluid, and it can be viral or bacterial. And in our case, you kind of hope it's bacterial, so then we treat our animals like we treat ourselves, and if we get sick and need doctors, we doctor them.
Yeah, so like he was saying, cows and humans and really all animals are very similar as far as any health issues that they can have and what you do to prevent them from getting sick and what you do to treat them whenever they are sick. So there's the pond. There's enough wind up here on this field that it probably didn't get too frozen, and it looks like Grandpa was able to go ahead and get it open with his foot. So we're done with this last group of cows. As you guys saw, we got them all checked on, and we got the grain fed, and Grandpa got the hay fed. So there's not really a whole lot else to do this time of year whenever you don't have a shop. It's supposed to be even cooler tomorrow, so we want to make sure that everything's ready for that, get all the tractors close to an extension cord so we can plug them in if the need arises. But other than that, just equipment needs to get ready this time of year. But whenever it's close to 0 degrees or less, that's less than desirable temperatures to be working in. So I'm gonna get this gate closed real quick, and then we live real close to a filling station, just about a little over a mile away. So we're probably gonna go fill the pickup up because, well, as you guys can see, it's about 5 different colors, and believe it or not, the fuel gauge doesn't work in it either. So we want to make sure that we don't run out of fuel tomorrow whenever they're calling for like -15, -20 degrees. And I know for some people it's like, oh well, that's gonna be a pretty nice day, but down here anything much less than 20, that's pretty stinking cold. So got the gate closed, gonna go get fuel. I'll probably spend the rest of the afternoon in the office then trying to get an Instagram page set up and finish my YouTube stuff so I can start informing all you guys about how agriculture and consumers work. So we'll catch up later. So you guys can see here I brought in all of our DeWalt power tools, and I just brought in our medicine for the livestock because for those of you who don't know, whenever all that stuff's outside, like the medicine, whenever it freezes, it should be fine, but technically it's not supposed to get colder than normally, like 20 degrees or so. So we don't want to leave it out in the chore truck, as well as the power tools that you're supposed to keep the longevity. Okay, thanks everyone for watching the first video and making it till the end. I can't wait and look forward to hopefully many years of spreading the word about agriculture and connecting agriculture and consumers. I'm gonna get ready to go learn how to edit a video, as this is my first video. I haven't done any practice, so that'll be this video obviously. So drop a comment, please like the video and subscribe, and once again thank you everyone for watching the video. Thank you guys, bye.